The video game controller, the magnum opus of the modern man, proof that we are the superior species intellectually. All technological milestones pale in comparison to that of the Nintendo GameCube controller. That is why it will be my muse for the Joy-Cons I plan on customizing today. My true muse, though, the 0.7% of you that are actually subscribed. If you want to be part of that, be sure to destroy that subscribe button down below. Thanks, and let's get into some history. Back in late 2004 and early 2005, Club Nintendo had a special promotion giving members the chance to be put in a raffle for one of 1,000 of these absolutely stunning Gundam Wavebirds. Specifically, this controller is known as Char Aznable's custom Wavebird controller. This, along with his custom GameCube and Game Boy, do a lot to solidify my theory that this guy games. This is the controller we're going to base our Joy-Cons on today on account of it being one of the coolest controllers to have ever been on the market. Second maybe to that SpongeBob one. What I had, as you can see, were the Animal Crossing Joy-Cons, and if you want to fight me over it in the comments, feel free. That's free engagement for me. For obvious reasons, I don't own the Wavebird for me to do a proper color comparison. So I had to whip out some serious color science to figure this one out, and by that, I mean using the color picker tool on Photoshop. Funnily enough, this project was delayed because after I ordered everything and began the script, I so happened to notice that the front and back of the controller were different colors. One extra order later and here I am. First, we need to get rid of these old smelly shells that we aren't going to be using, so if you don't mind me. We are only going to use the front half for the lighter section, then the middle and back for the darker section. As for the extra pieces, collectors say the front is a salmon color, and I think mine looks just a little orange, but Photoshop said it was alright, and I'm the kind of person who will blindly trust corporations because if you thought the shells were the only special thing that we had, you would be incorrect, my friend. Arguably, these right here are the most GameCube-y thing that we have. Nothing screams GameCube like that big gray circle and that slightly smaller yellow circle. That being said, they were also the most expensive, so be sure to hit that bell, am I right? These sticks will be the main reason I will do a test at the end of the video.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z!
They are probably the most variation from normal Joy-Con parts, so you can guess that there will be some difference in feeling. Let's hope I don't regret going so hard for all of you on this project. To avoid drift, I have these nice 3D printed slabs that help keep the joysticks from breaking, and will probably make them outlive any one of us. Or not, I haven't actually tested them out either. Bundled with the joysticks were some face buttons. The only two of these I plan to use are the A and B buttons. This is because the bundle didn't come with any shoulder buttons, so I had to buy a new set of buttons anyway, so I might as well have all the gray colors match. You know what happens to pieces that we don't use, right? Yup, these buttons are gonna get banished to the Shadow Realm. A lot of custom Joy-Cons, GameCube based or not, replace the bottom left buttons with a D-pad. Even though this further matches the theme I'm going with, above all, I want to enjoy playing with these Joy-Cons. I respect the opinion of all people, but that means you have to respect mine too, and this is a no D-pad zone. Except for the Switch Lite. You may be wondering, Hayden, there's an extra shoulder button, how are you going to account for that? Well, as the proud owner of the Power A GameCube Pro controller, I know that making a second Z button is a viable option no matter what my campus therapist tells me. Also, I paid for a whole set of purple buttons, so now I can at least use 2 of them. These are what distinguish this from being Char controller Joy-Cons and being Char Wavebird controller Joy-Cons. Using a Firefly LED kit, I'm going to change the indicator lights on these Joy-Cons from the classic green to the Wavebird's orange. There isn't all too much to actually say about what's happening here, so let's talk to fill the time. How did you all first learn about Gundam? I did through the game Dynasty Warrior Gundam on the PlayStation 3. It was one of my absolute favorite games. I thought maybe it was all nostalgia and the series was actually really bad, but apparently it had really good reviews. Maybe I should replay it sometime. I could even stream it maybe. This one isn't really for the sake of making the controller more like the Wavebird, just a quality of life change that will make the Switch more comfortable in handheld mode. This is done by replacing the weak little plastic connectors here with the Chad metal connectors that I got off Etsy. And that's it. Back to small talk, I guess. Y'all wanna know something crazy? I got fan art. Like, someone drew my mascot, which, fun fact, is very largely based on me in real life, sans my real unkempt beard. This awesome picture was drawn by, and pardon my pronunciation, _Arstinete_ on Instagram, who is super talented and nice, so check them out. I'll leave a link below to their page. And that's it for the construction. They look awesome, right? Yeah, I don't think so either. The orange is just too orange and not accurate to our source material. Let's hop on Amazon, buy another set of shells, and fix this up real quick. Awesome, now they look great. This is exactly what I wanted when I set out for this project. The only thing we're missing is the Neo Zeon logo from the original controller. I spent days trying to solve this problem, but I just don't think it's entirely possible. Using my mathematical formulas to calculate the surface area of the Joy-Cons, it really just doesn't seem like a possibility to put the logo on them. So, I had the awesome idea to make a matching grip. This would involve taking apart and spray painting the grip, then adding a custom-made Neo Zeon sticker. Two problems though. I'm obviously very bad at matching colors by eye properly, and don't have access to a place to even use spray paint while I'm living in a dorm. Unfortunately, these were problems I don't have the means to solve, so let's base it a little bit off the Char GameCube itself and have that splash of black. It hurts, but just as Sonic has taught us, we truly do live and learn. Let's just test these things out. I think the best test is the game most commonly associated with the GameCube controller, Super Smash Bros. I'm gonna hop online and get a feel for how these works, and of course, get some wins. Alright, maybe testing online isn't for the best, cause you know, lag and stuff.
No Johns.
So, I'm gonna take these to a real in-person tournament, and if I win, you all have to subscribe.
This master tries to catch the landing, just nothing to yet. Gets sniped to the ledge and now jumpless. Kid IRL has to make it back, opts to go high but gets down air.
For Joy-Cons made of entirely third-party exterior pieces, they feel really nice. The shells are comfortable and the buttons are clicky. The only thing is every time I hold up or down on the joystick, I can feel the grip slightly coming off, and once it even did. Luckily, it is able to be put back on, but if you're someone who gets rough with your controllers, you may need to stay clear of these if you don't plan on reforming. Making these Joy-Cons, while abnormally stressful, time-consuming, tiring, and made me lose some of my hair, was a very fun experience. I have done custom Joy-Cons for a lot of friends in the past, but never a project of this capacity, and I'm glad that I did it. I'm also glad that I was able to share this Scuffed experience with all of you. Maybe one day, I'll finally get a win with these in Super Smash Bros. Until that day comes though, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It's free, so you will always get your money's worth.